welcome to another episode of the Tenerife Pod, sponsored by BGR Solutions. I am your host, Jenny T, with the boys not so much in black today. Steve Ballard.
Hello, I am in beige today.
And still rocking the black, Mr. Elkington. Hello.
Yes, indeed, because it's slimming. That's the only reason.
Okay.
That's why I wear so much black, because I try and look slimmer and it doesn't work, but it's
I can
what
barely
I try.
see you. It's working. You're looking fabulous.
Wasting away.
Welcome to the main episode, sponsored by BGR Solutions. Can we just mention that you look a little bit different today? Did you have a birthday?
Oh, are you trying to say I look old, Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks very much. Yes, I did
Not
my
with
birthday.
these filters on.
You like a good bottle of wine,
I did
Steve.
have
A good bottle of wine.
I'm aging like a fine wine, I'd like to say.
Definitely.
How was it? What did you do?
Actually, it was very calm. I got some really nice gifts off of some lovely people, including a really nice bottle of wine, a 2021 Reserva, a Marquis. I can't remember what it's called. But it was, yes, I think it was. Came in a
Try not to
display.
break the microphone, mate.
Came in
So
a display tin as well. So yeah, really, really nice, and I had a nice evening.
What do you do with your display tin once you've drank the wine?
It goes. I've got a wine shelf.
Of course you have.
A wine shelf.
Well, yeah, because when I get
is that like the step before a wine rack or a wine cellar? You have a wine shelf.
To be fair, the wine rack is empty. It remains so. But no, every time I get a nice...
You're saying you drink too much?
Maybe, I don't know. What is too much? But when I get a nice bottle, because I've had a nice bottles in the wooden boxes, things like that. So if I get a nice bottle that looks good on the display, it goes on the shelf. So it's like a wine shelf of nice bottles of wine. Not your normal, not like the Governor or my empty bottles. That goes in the recycling.
Very sophisticated. My shelves are full of like Happy Meal toys.
And that's not from the kids, that's from you, isn't it?
Of course. Kids don't get Happy Meals. They think they are. What about you, Chris? How's your week been?
Very quiet.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, very quiet.
Settled
to be honest
back
with you.
in.
Yeah, just back at work and just getting in the routine of back in the gym and
Post-holiday blues.
Yeah, just been chilling really.
Nice.
And just watching a bit of the football and just chilling.
Cool.
Well, I'm checking you out right now. There hasn't been a pre-tan yet. Have you not been for your?
No, I'm still pasty, as you like to, as you put. So I'm still very pasty Pete. Thank you. Still very pasty. Actually, I did see on Oasis there was the post about spray tan, yes or no, and I did reply to what
Vanity House it was. I think it's Pamela. I think her name.
Pamela.
Pamela.
Gavin and Stacey, you can't help yourself, can you? Pamela. Can't help it. Yeah, I replied saying, "Can I book one?" But they haven't got back to me. So
I think they think you might be joking. So
why?
Because of some of the comments on the post. Like, I don't know if they maybe have listened to the pod and know you're serious.
Well, if they are
one,
listening
so
to the pod,
give them a call.
Did you
deadly serious?
Did you put it on the Did you put it on the forum?
I messaged them and I said like, can I just confirm where you are, because I may have given out some wrong information. So I don't know why I made up that they'd moved, because they haven't. So where you said, was it Urban Atlantic?
Balcon above Tasker, yeah.
It's still there.
Oh right, okay.
It's still there.
I'm gonna go. I only want the paper pants.
Do you get them? Is that a
I feel
souvenir?
like you could
Do you
get
get
paper
them?
pants cheaper than paper.
Do you get them to keep after you've done?
No, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to contact them.
Yeah.
And for the pod, we're going to do a before and afterwards, and I'm going to be a bronzed Adonis.
Absolutely.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, do it. Can I point out some of the comments on
you
that
said you
post?
wanted to come.
I do. We both come in.
No, we're not.
Steve.
No. This was. I can't remember how many times I said no to this.
In fact, you commented on the post saying no as
it.
well.
It's a no from me.
I read some of the comments on the Oasis FM post actually, and I just feel like people have opinions on things they know nothing about. Why do they do it? Like, if you boys were sitting here chatting about Star Wars, I wouldn't try and put my input and try and tell you about, because I don't know about it.
Which, incidentally, A New Hope was episode 4, not episode 1, Stephen. It was maybe the first film, but it was episode 4.
So if you're talking canonically, then yes, it's episode 4, but it was
No,
the
if you're
first one
talking
released.
correctly, it's episode 4.
Okay.
See, I'm not going to get involved because I don't know about it. But okay, have your little debate. Fine. Someone called Wayne.
Have you watched Star Wars?
Never.
Have you been watching BGT?
Yeah.
Britain's Got Talent. Did
Yeah.
you see that singer from the Philippines, the really camp lad, the really gay lad?
Yeah.
And Simon Cowell said to him, "Have you ever watched Star Wars?" He went, "No, I'm far too gay." It was absolutely.
That's a reason.
It was absolutely hilarious. It was so funny. And then,
I'm not
in
gay,
the
and I've never
semi-final,
watched
then in
Stars.
the live semi on Saturday, he said that he got 15 minutes in and was just couldn't. It was like, I was absolutely killing myself. It was hilarious. It was really funny.
See, I'm not even going to sit here and say it's a terrible film or anything because again,
You
I've never
can't.
watched it. Like I can't. I have no factual evidence. So people like Wayne and Lee commenting on the Oasis
What
FM
did they
post.
say?
So Wayne said about fake tans.
Wine.
Wayne, you look fake, you look stupid, and you're fooling nobody. So first of all, why do you? No one's trying to fool anybody. I don't think people are going around going, "No, I haven't had a spray tan," or "I haven't." Like, it's
I
just,
would.
it's just to make you look good.
But
It
yeah,
makes you
you
feel
I will
good.
totally say
You're
I
gonna
haven't
say
had. I'm
that.
going to go. This took ages.
And I
Volleyball.
will say that nobody's going out there getting like the spray tans so that you think they look good. Either
You're
way.
not going.
Nobody cares what you
You're
think.
not going for a spray tan for anybody else except you.
Yeah, and it does make you feel good.
I don't know.
I don't.
No,
Well,
I think you're not either. I think you're going because you want to be
going
a
on
bronze.
the
medalist.
pool. You're
You're not
getting
doing
a
it because
spray tan and going on the pool. Is that the plan?
I don't know. Is going on the pull a thing these days?
I don't know. Actually, you're
I-
talking to the wrong
it sounds like a
person.
very
Well, hang
90s
on a minute.
phrase.
We're all single,
Yeah.
and none of us know. I mean, how do you go on the
That's
pool these days? Do you have to
disastrous,
get?
isn't
Is it?
I don't
Do you
know
have to
why
download
is
an
it
app
Tinder?
or
Is it-
yeah? Do we
Are you like-
swiping or
Are any of you on any online apps?
no?
No, they scare the hell out. I've never even downloaded one. Wouldn't scare
Is it
me.
the fear of being catfished is real because if you ever read the story of the Tinder swindler.
Yeah.
So this guy was going out to make money essentially by swindling people out of their money. So that all the pictures were fake. He put a whole fake profile together, started romance texting and all that sort of stuff, and then getting people to part with their life savings.
Do you not think over here though, because it's such a small place and everyone knows each other, it would be quite weird because you're going to see loads of people on it that you know and think,
No. Oh, and actually,
or you're going to think, nutter.
or you get to the point where you swipe on somebody and go, hang on a second, they're already married. Like you could find out secrets
Surely
that
not,
you
though. This
wouldn't
is, you're
want to
right.
find
This is such
out.
a small island. Surely
Yeah.
not.
I think
Are
that's
you,
the
are you
reason
on
why.
any of them?
No.
There you go. So none of us are.
I mean, I was about to say I like the thought of kicking it old school and meeting somebody in a natch, but I never leave my house. I'm all right with that. I'm okay. I'm happy.
All round to Jen's then.
We're
on.
having a singles party. Yeah.
Could you imagine? Yeah, should we do a speed dating in my garden?
God, no.
Couldn't think of anything worse.
Yeah.
Answers in the comments, please.
Yeah.
God.
Especially from Wayne. Come on,
Yeah, we
Wayne,
wanna
give us
hear
your
from
answer.
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne. And also, from the look of some of these people that were commenting, I think they could do with a day out of the sun. The leathery profile picture.
Well, there's another question. Is this going to, not being funny, we live in a place where, I mean, I used to work outside and so on and so forth, and you do sort of think, well, in the future, I mean, you can see how white I am, but you do think in the future, I'm going to start looking a bit weathered, as you just said.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a genuine concern, isn't
This
it?
is a genuine reason why people use spray tans instead, because it is a lot healthier. There's
Okay.
you don't have to worry about skin cancer. And again, time. People are busy.
Who knew there was so much we could actually talk about with
I know.
spray tans?
I know.
Anyway, I'm going to contact them, and so I can come on.
I just want to make
Go
my
on.
last point
Oh,
from
yeah, go
Lee,
on.
who
Oh,
said
Lee, sorry,
it'll
yeah.
make you look like Donald Trump. Spray tans are Cheeto orange colour.
Oh, brilliant! I'll get an orange wig then as well.
No, they're not. Stop it. Maybe if you looked at someone in the 80s that had one, I feel like technology has advanced, and no, they're not. So if you don't know what you're talking about, stop having an
So I've got to
opinion.
get a spray tan. I've got to put on my Speedos and a medallion. Is that what you're saying?
That seems
And a
to
big
be
pair
the
of
thing.
mirror sunglasses.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
That sounds like a perfect day out to me. Come on. So yeah, all right, yeah, contact them. Let's all go. I'll be happy to get a spray tan, do a before and after.
Okay.
I'm going to stay as I am. Thanks very much. I mean, I'm quite brown anyway. I don't need.
I think you'll be jealous. But anyway, tell us. You wanted to tell us about something, don't you, Steve?
Yes. Well,
The day this pod drops.
yes. So the 1st of May is a fiesta day here in Spain. It's the Workers'
Day, isn't it? It's a big one.
It
It's
is
a massive one, yeah.
But also the 1st of May is May Day in the UK. And again, it's not a bank holiday, but
why isn't it a bank holiday?
I don't know. I think it's because it's not a religious holiday, but it is a celebration going back quite a long way. Not ancient times, but certainly medieval times.
Because there's 2 bank holidays in England in May, isn't there? One at the beginning, one at the end. Is
yeah,
that right?
so the official...
The first Monday.
First Monday.
Here as well.
The 30th of May
Oh,
is
right,
also
okay.
one.
And so the May Day festival, if you like, in the UK is when you would see the maypole come out on village greens and lots of Morris dancing with sticks and bells and all that kind of weird stuff. But May Day is quite a big celebration.
So what's the Bank Holiday Monday about in the UK? Is that not for May Day?
I think it's called the May Bank Holiday. And it's there as
effectively
yes.
Yes.
The May Bank Holiday. But May Day also obviously falls on May the 1st. What's interesting is I've been asked a couple of times, yesterday for example, why is it that when a plane is in distress, we say May Day? Why don't we say...
you mean as a help signal?
As a distress call, yeah. Why don't we say Easter Sunday or the third Wednesday after Pentecost or something like that?
Take too long.
And
A bit long to say the third Wednesday after Pentecost, isn't it?
You're dead by the time you get to yeah.
So I had to explain that the International Distress Code May Day has nothing to do with May Day.
Well, it does, because it's called May Day.
Okay. So let's
Explain yourself,
let's get
Steve.
into
What
this.
do you think, Jen?
Yeah, well, I was about to say, like, it's got to have something to do with May Day because it is May Day.
Yep.
Okay, it doesn't. It's actually to do with English and French air traffic controllers in the 1920s who needed an international...
Dr. Steve's done some research again, Jen.
Who needed...
Your Wikipedia page to
Exactly, who
propound
needed a distress signal that wasn't SOS, because on the radio, SOS is phonetically difficult because S sounds like F and things like that. So they needed a word.
What, so they thought you were saying F off?
Yeah. So they needed a word that wasn't anything to do with that. Now, Mayday is actually French, m'aider, which means help me. And so they came up with it together, the English and the French. So Mayday is a very close approximation to m'aider, which means help me. And in international distress calls, you must say Mayday 3 times. So Mayday, 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 and then you give your emergency.
They're like saying Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Indeed, and then it pops out.
Candyman.
But it's really interesting because people assume that the Mayday distress call is to do with Mayday, and it's not anything to do with it.
This should go on my quiz. That's a good one.
Okay.
Do you know, interestingly, my in-laws, my ex-in-laws, you met Sharon, my wife, her parents used to have a printing business in the UK, printing supplies, and that was called Mayday.
Okay.
Because it was there in case you needed ink in an emergency. You could call Mayday and they would deliver it to you.
Mayday, 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 I need ink.
And that was called Mayday, Mayday. Okay. Nothing to do with French whatsoever.
But well,
although in Geordie it was probably Midi.
Like
I can't help but keep thinking of the Justin Timberlake, "It's Gonna Be May," which is very overplayed at this time of year because everyone's like, "What's it going to be on Friday?" And then there's a meme of Justin Timberlake going, "It's gonna be
But also,
May."
Steve, why didn't they just use SOS, which is obviously Save Our Skins?
Yes.
Did you know that, Jen?
No, another one for the quiz. Pop it in there. Save our skins.
A lot of people think it's Save Our Sausages, but it's not. It's Save Our Skins.
Sure.
Depends what you're carrying, doesn't it? Save our sausages.
It's actually, Jen, Save Our Souls.
Okay.
SOS, Save Our
Again,
Souls.
and now I'm going to be confused on the quiz. If you make that a multiple choice,
So it's,
I've got
yeah,
no
so
hope.
say, well, you wouldn't get...
Are you asking the questions or are you answering the
I think I've
questions?
got to answer them. I'm the
Yeah,
one being
we're doing a what has Jen learnt this season on the
Oh,
pod.
right. Sorry. I thought you meant we
So
were going
all
to
of
actually have
those
a pod
educational
quiz team.
points that
I thought you meant we were going to have a pod quiz team
could do
and
that
go
too.
to a quiz.
we could do
We
that.
could do that.
That would be fun.
That would be
We've got Dr. Steve with us. We're gonna
Yeah.
sail through it.
Okay, I'll sit and drink a cocktail and cheer you on. I'll be there for moral support.
Do you know what, Jen? I'm happy with that.
I'd be all right with some music questions, but I also feel like you two have probably got that covered between you.
But at the same time, if anything comes up about Olivia Atwood,
Yes.
Oh, man.
Spray tans.
well,
If anything comes up. On the
I don't know. I might be the professional in
Yeah.
a week's
yeah,
time.
that's true.
I could take all the sort of more modern music.
All right. So, what would be your specialist subject if you went on a quiz? What would be your specialist subject?
I don't know. You know, I was quite into Eminem back in the day. I know it's not just about
It's quite
music,
a niche,
but
specific
I
category.
yeah.
What you said, S&M.
back in the day.
I thought you said S&M. No, you mean Eminem the rapper?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
obsessed.
thank God for that.
Nothing
I mean,
wrong.
I don't know what else.
Don't shade someone's like fetish if someone likes S&M.
Yes, we're not. We're
boo.
not. Yeah, we're not kink shaming here.
No kink
No
shaming
kink
here.
shaming on this pod. Okay.
Yeah, in the bedroom, I like Eminem.
Also, music-wise, S&M, Rihanna's it's a banger. It's a banger. But yeah, no, I don't really know what else. Surprisingly, I was very good at maths as a kid.
Do they often have maths rounds in pub quizzes? Are we doing algebra?
Not really. Mine's tends to be movies, music, and sport.
I must admit, when you watch
Or anything 80s or 90s.
Yeah, when I watch quiz shows, so Mastermind is brilliant. I'm no good at anyone else's specialist subject, but the general knowledge round I tend to be really good at. And also I'm an avid watcher of Beat the Chasers, and I reckon if I went on Beat the Chasers, I could beat the Chasers.
Right,
We're
need
gonna
to
enter you.
apply. Yeah, you have to apply.
Okay.
I also think that the best name for a quiz program that is absolutely correct is Pointless Celebrities. Because let's be honest, the people they get on there are absolutely pointless.
Celebrity doing a lot of heavy lifting on that, I think, as well, isn't it? Let's be
Also,
honest.
I can't stand Alexander Armstrong. I'm sorry, I'm just not.
I don't watch.
I
this
think.
one.
Do you know? I think that program is bereft without Richard Osman. I really do, because he's the Dr. Steve, isn't he? He's got all the facts. He knows what he's doing.
Hang on a minute, you're comparing yourself to Richard Osman.
Yes.
Aim for the stars, kid. Aim for the stars.
Come on.
Do you remember when we were going to try and apply for the Maze as an Oasis FM team, the Crystal Maze?
Oh
No.
I think it was before your time.
It was before my
It was
time,
when
yeah, because-
Jodie was here.
No, I know nothing about that.
We were going
I
to
must be
try and apply,
honest.
but there was issues because we weren't based in the UK.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah,
That would have been cool.
I
would've been
did
so
apply for
fun.
the Crystal Maze kids version. And
What, as an adult?
No, as a kid. But me and a few of my mates, we were huge. This is when Richard O'Brien was hosting as well, and it was a great show. And we applied, and we had to go to Manchester to do an audition.
Who,
We
Jen?
were
Richard
shocking.
O'Brien was famous for what?
Having a bold head,
Yes, but what else?
leopard print.
Yes, but
I
what
like
else?
that.
I don't know.
Apart from Crystal Maze, what else did he write?
The most famous
Is
thing
it-
he ever wrote.
I don't know.
Just to jump to the left.
And then a step to the right.
Oh, Little Shop of... Oh,
No, not the Little Shop of Horrors.
So close.
put your hands on your hips. Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wrote
He
that.
wrote it.
Did you know that?
Congratulations, I'm proud of you.
There you
Well
go.
done, thank
That's-
you.
No, another question for
I was
you.
going
for
to
your
say
quiz
that's
at the end of the year.
I feel like
the
we're
end
getting
of
too
year
much
quiz.
today. There's
Sorry.
like a limit. Like it's
Do you want to change subject and have a stinger?
Shall we have a stinger?
Yeah, go on then.
Because actually, something quite exciting is about to happen.
Oh,
I'm
I
stung.
didn't do it. You're doing it again.
Okay,
One more
something
time.
quite exciting is about to happen.
You didn't give me your stinger finger.
I thought the whole lead up, but something. I thought
I
that would
thought
be
she
enough.
gave a really decent amount of time to lead up to that as well,
Yeah.
actually. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
did promise a stinger finger.
My bad,
guys.
my bad.
I did promise a stinger finger.
I just want to be stinger fingered.
Are we going to? Shall I let you just take over for a second?
We'll do what? Why?
But because this, I feel, is your bag, and you told us yesterday that this is what you were going to do on the pod. and I was
Well,
like,
well. As it's the 1st of May, and as it's a bank holiday,
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
you want some help?
I think I need it.
We are getting close to that time. I think have we got anything special to make an announcement?
I've got something. Hang on.
Have you? You're joking.
Special announcement time, guys.
No. Oh wow, proper drums and everything. I wasn't ready for this.
This is quite long, just to let you know, so drag it out if you can.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to tell you it's official. Steve works at the Winchester.
Did nobody know that? Have we not mentioned that before? No,
That's right, that's
I
right.
didn't mention it. It's not on me. It's not on me.
I couldn't resist it. I couldn't
You're
resist
going to help
it.
yourself. In all seriousness, though, You do have a special announcement.
Well.
More special than that.
Believe it or not.
No, it's not. It's not, is it? Right, every year we put a save the date, and we thought this
You're
year.
getting married.
No, actually, we've not mentioned Super Sub.
We have. Now that's going to be a save the date when we know it.
I didn't know what you two were talking about in the group chat
group?
yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, why are we mentioning Super Sub? And then later on in the evening, checked Facebook and saw the wonderful news. Rick and Shelley are engaged.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
On
Such
her
good
birthday.
Oh, it's
Not
so
just
lovely.
Steve's birthday.
Yes,
on
we're
her
birthday
as well.
Me and Shelley are birthday twins.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
we share the same birthday, which is really cute. That's so nice. But I did message Rick and say, "You've done that on purpose." Because
On
now,
the live.
because also now he can't forget the day they got engaged because it's Shelley's birthday.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
memorable
one
day.
I thought you were going to say
less
I
date to
thought you were going to
remember.
say you can't forget it because it's your birthday.
I mean, there's that as well.
In all fairness, though, do you remember, like, is it an anniversary, like the day you get engaged? Not really.
I don't think so, but it depends on the person. 'cause
Although I
know
must say mine was on my 50th birthday.
Again, it's the
Yeah.
day you can't forget.
That was when I proposed to Tara, yeah. It was on
Done-
my 50th birthday.
It's
so that
done
was,
intentionally so that you can't forget. Because actually, there are some partners out there who would celebrate that. I know of a couple from back in the day, and she was quite intense. So it was like, so where did we first meet? What was the day we first met? When did we get engaged? She's one of those that was very have to celebrate. They were one of these people that do
I don't think Shelley is. I don't think Shelley's that
the
person.
both of them, I think, are so much more laid back, which is why they're so suited to each other, which is why this is a match made in heaven. I really do. So congratulations, both of them. I think it's
And let's be honest, live on YouTube as well.
I mean, you can't get any more.
Can't get any more. I remember actually when I mentioned Sharon earlier. I remember when we were together, she said to me, "If ever you propose to me live on the radio, I will leave you." She did. I wish I had actually.
Top
would have
tip.
saved so much.
Didn't Dave Scott
It would have.
propose?
I wouldn't have lost my house.
Oh, hindsight. What a wonderful thing. Didn't Dave
joking.
Scott
Yeah. I'm
propose to Mandy on air?
No, I don't know.
I think so, you know.
It wasn't on here though, because that was pre-Oasis, I think.
I
I don't know.
I think he did.
Unless it was something else I didn't know about in my own business. There you go. Don't know much what's going on here, do
Maybe
I?
I got it wrong. Monday, let us know.
Anyway, that wasn't the announcement,
No,
to be
this, what
honest.
is the,
Truly-
what is the save the date?
Save the
We need
date.
the drums
Every
then.
year, 1st of May, we always put a post out on social media to say save the date for the Tenerife Entertainment Awards.
Can I do a stinger finger?
Do you want to do
Yes.
a stinger finger? Go on then.
So we're about to announce the date of the Tenerife Entertainment Awards.
Brilliant.
Which is Sunday, the 15th of November.
Okay.
It
So-
feels absolutely mad that it's time to announce that already. Like it seems so far away, but as soon as this happens, like time just flies, doesn't it? Before we know it, like everything will start being announced.
We literally have to book it the day after, or not the first day after, but the day after that. We have to book it straight away to ensure we get the date we want. That's why we had to change it a couple of years ago. But so Sunday the 15th of November. There are a couple of people who have contacted directly who know the date because they wanted to book their holidays and flights and accommodation and everything else. We get that every year. But this year is going to be, guys, the 20th anniversary of the Tees.
Wow.
Because the first one, it's not the 20th event, because the first one was in 2006. We didn't do one, I think, in 2010. And obviously we missed one in COVID.
Yeah.
But it's the 19th edition of the Tenerife Entertainment Awards. And we thought we would do it here on the pod. So the only place people can get the date for the next 48 hours is here on the Tenerife Pod.
Very exciting.
I know it is exciting.
Yeah. Are we allowed to know any more details yet, or are they top secret?
Well, I mean, the only other details is obviously it's going to be at the Castillo San Miguel again.
Okay.
All right. We won't say what the theme is yet. We'll wait for that. Hopefully, it's going to still be hosted by you, Jen.
Yeah. No, you have
Is
asked
this
me.
you? I was going to say, is this you asking now, or
No,
has there
no.
been an official request?
We had already discussed.
I would be honoured.
We had
Thank
already
you.
discussed, and hopefully, Steve, you will be there as well, doing all the backstage interviews.
I absolutely will be, because it is literally the best day of the year for me. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Explain why.
I think it's the whole event itself, and the day starts for us quite early because it's going in and setting up and things like that. But it's then the show itself is always good, you know. But seeing everybody in one place is nice as well. Chance to catch up with people. But then my job backstage doing the winners' interviews is great because the emotion
it's interesting because people don't necessarily know what you do on the day.
Yes.
Now, all they know is that when, obviously, Jen, you on stage have announced the winners with the sponsors of the category. The winners obviously say have their speech, and then they're whisked off stage. All go the same route.
Can I just say that is the hardest part as well, as like from Steve's job and whoever you've got helping, because I've done that part as well, to get the winner from the stage to that interview.
Yeah.
Because people just are kind of climbing on them, want them to want a bit of their time and want to give them their congratulations. But can you just do it after to get them?
Exactly.
And we only have a minute.
So Steve, explain what happens when they are then brought, because you're set up backstage, aren't you?
Yeah, so we're in, as you go into the castle, there's a back room where the King and Queen sit, if you've ever been to the show.
If anyone came to the Halloween one, it's where the Tunnel of Terror was. That's
right.
where you
so
are,
that room with a door that we can close so that we're not disturbed. And then we've set up all of the cameras and the microphones, and we do all of the winners' interviews backstage there, where we ask them how they're feeling immediately after coming off stage, as quickly as we can after coming off stage, because we want to see that first reaction. What are you feeling? How are you feeling? And to see the reactions and get them down and recorded is just one of the favourite parts of it for me. But it is heck of an effort. I feel sometimes like Donald Trump's Secret Service team, because you're literally trying to bundle people through a crowd, and it's really difficult to do. But
are there any that stand out from doing the backstage interviews? Are there any that stand out?
I always mention this one because it's one of my first.
I know what you're going to say.
One of my first teas. It was also one of the last interviews of the day, so the light was going horrible in that room because it was really dark, and we didn't have the lighting in there's not brilliant because it's a castle. But Shelley. To mention Shelley again,
it's a great
clip. Who had been self-medicating because she wasn't feeling well. Turned out she had COVID. Turned out she had COVID.
No, she was in the castle.
She was,
with all the entertainers on the island.
So this was the Christmas one.
This was the Christmas one.
The first one coming out of
and my first ever tea. So I was nervous enough as it was because I wasn't sure what I was doing was correct. I was trying to do it as good as possible. But Shelley was great because she drank a bottle of Ron Miel, because she'd been told that it was good for throats and chest and things like that. And went on and did her thing, apparently 3 sheets to the window, if not worse, and then came back to see me. And I was asking how she feels. And then I think the last thing was, so will we see you again, or we'll see you at the next one? It's, yes, we will. And it's gone, literally, it's viral. That little bit of Shelley going, yes, we will, is gone viral. But it's the best interview I've ever done. It was so funny, so funny.
Oh, that's nice. What you're looking at me like you want me to say something. I was trying to think when I did the interviews backstage, and I always think of the Soul Brothers, because they are just, again, at the teas, they've had quite a few. They don't like talking in interviews anyway, and I think they will admit that. But you'd ask them, they're not even answering the questions. You might as well just give them a mic for a few minutes, let them talk, and then just let
But the
them
difference is Thurston is always very chatty, and particularly after a few drinks.
And was it not Thurston at the last one who said, every time we win one of these awards, my wife gets pregnant or something? So there's usually something happens after the teas if they win.
My goodness me. The tea is obviously a huge day. If anyone's listening and they haven't been or don't know, it's the Tenerife Entertainment Awards, just celebrating entertainment on the island. We've done a whole pod on the teas and the kind of background.
We did, yeah.
Your role, Steve, you just mentioned, is the backstage interviews and setting up all of that. Chris, tell us your experience, because you obviously from the start to the very end and everything in between, you're kind of puppet master.
Puppet master, I love
you're
it.
Just making everything happen. Tell us your experience of it.
Well, I'd say it's changed over the years, because I never used to enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow,
yeah,
okay.
I never used to enjoy it. And obviously I've been involved in all of them since day one. The Tenerife Entertainment Awards came about after the David Alexander Awards. So they were the original Awards, which were organised by The Paper, Sandy Lamming, Duke, all that crew, which only lasted about 3 years. And it was really hard back then because you didn't have social media. And without social media, it's a very difficult thing to run, because how do you do the voting? How do you do the nominations? How do you do this? How do you do that? It was all done through, as we've discussed before, newspaper slips. The first one we ever did in 2006 was at what is now Vivo, at Pleasure Island, with no screens. It was just audio. Yeah. And I think Shelley won Best Singer on that one, actually, on the very, very first one, 20 years ago.
Oh, my God. I remember you showed me the video,
before she left, and then we had her back as Diva as well. But then over the years, obviously, it developed from there to Exit Palace and then to the Castle. The last few, I think, since we've, dare I say it, upped the game, you know, we've made a few changes on how the nominations are done, and that seems to be a much better system. We've brought in our own sound and light, and so, you know, there's been, because people always complain about sound, and the Castle is really hard to get good sound in there. And very often they're not complaining about what you do, they're complaining about the fact it's the Castle, because it's the natural design of the building. It's not good for live entertainment, to be fair. So, but the last few I've really, really enjoyed. It's been, but there's been some proper standout moments over the year. But we start, I mean, you asked me before on the last one when we did Tenerife Entertainment Uncovered. Yeah. And I said to you, I've always got about the next 2 or 3 planned. And at the moment, obviously, I've got this one planned and the next one. Yes. Which is the 20th. I haven't actually got one planned after that.
Really?
No, not at the moment. No. Well, I think we'll wait, because we know we've got some special stuff for next year. Yeah. Because it's the 20th year. Yeah? And, you know, when we look at how many people have been involved, how many people have performed live, how many people have voted, how many people have been nominated, and all the rest of it, we have to do something special.
And those are some big numbers, aren't they, in terms of, I mean, the nominations last year alone.
Well, the voting is like 75, 80,000. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Didn't you say like they got more votes for the T's than like the Met?
Than they get for the municipal elections. But
it's more important.
But, you know, and so the organisation starts straight away, or the planning starts straight away. Now, obviously, there's certain things in any event, if you're doing repeats, that you've got templates. But there are obviously always tweaks and changes. For example, we introduced the Hall of Fame a couple of years ago, which is being really well received. Yeah. So much so that we've decided this year that we're going to rest the spirit of the T's. Okay. And we are going to bring back, as we discussed, the best newcomer category.
We are amazing.
That's confirmed. So we are going to have, and the good thing about that is obviously it's another public vote.
Yes.
So we haven't decided yet well, we've got ideas about what the live performance is going to be, but we'll wait and see as far as the categories. Yeah. The last couple of years we've done a solo category, giving them more time, because obviously with the variety acts, you know, they need more time. It's very difficult to get gymnasts and acrobats and whatever in 7.5, 8 minutes. Yeah. And the same with solo performers, because obviously you've got equipment to set up, and as you saw, you know, I mean, it's almost apart from the drums, it's almost the same setup as a full band, with the kick drum, the effects pedals, the effects mics, and everything else. So this year, I think we will probably go back to 2 live categories again. Yeah. So we can have either tribute, male singer, female singer, that kind of thing, because we haven't done those for maybe 4 or 5 years. So it gives us a chance to do that. So there's a lot of scope for changes, but the big work starts now. Okay. I mean, literally now we change everything online, probably from beginning of next week. And then we start obviously with the production. And when I say production, you're talking of the design, overall design of the theme and the event, the audio production, the video production, and there are hours and hours and hours of graphics. Yeah, video.
It's what amazed me when I first, because I've only obviously been doing this since 2021, so it's not. But every year, with a different theme, comes a different. The nominees
package.
Are.
Yeah.
and then the winner's reel.
Always different.
It's different every time, so it's an amazing thing to watch as well. When those things come in, and I can see you getting excited sometimes, and you go, "Come and have a look at this. This is what we've done, and this is what happens when the winners announced."
Sometimes things just match. I mean, when we did the 8th tease, we did it as an 80s theme because it was the 8th tease.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So Back to the Future and all that sort of thing just fitted it. And sometimes it's really cool because obviously you pick a theme where, musically. I mean, same with St. Patrick's Day last year. It was great, Vegas, whatever.
Vegas was probably my favourite because the idea of the one-armed bandit was just, I thought, was a great.
Oh, revealing the winners.
Yeah, revealing the winners.
I must admit, my overall favourite so far has probably been either the Greatest Showman one, which was Kirk's last one hosting, I think. Did you host the Christmas one, or did he?
No, he hosted.
I wasn't around. I was on maternity leave.
Yeah, so actually it was not his last one, but the Greatest Showman one was the circus theme was good, and also the Marvel
and the action movies one. That was cool.
Having Ollie on top of the castle playing his guitar in the opening and Top Gun, and it was cool. Right up my street. It will be interesting this year to see what we do. It's going to be a very, very popular theme musically. And some of the opening show, we're bringing some new people in to help organise it with Tracy. So we've got a new team coming in as well. Because you've got to evolve.
Absolutely.
And Tracy knows that, and she, has spoken about it on here and is all for that. So that's good. But no, we're looking forward to it because obviously once it starts, it's a bit of a juggernaut, isn't it? And I mean, you guys obviously get involved in several different ways. So although I'm obviously coordinating everything in the background, on the front line, obviously, we try and get as many of the nominees as possible as we can in. Last year, everyone's complaining about the traffic here. Nobody's, we said about the queues at the airport. Nobody's put up videos saying how good. Nobody's said how easy the traffic is here. I mean, don't get me wrong. You still get a few issues on the motorway if there's an accident, but the actual flow around here is fine. So hopefully we'll get everyone back in for interviews this year. But how do you guys, obviously, with the interviews, how do you keep it fresh and how do you keep it?
It's really hard, actually. I don't know if you'd agree, Steve, but so since I've been on Oasis since 2014, and I arrived at tease time the first time I was thrown into it very much. So what
year? 2014.
14.
Which one was that one then?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I was like literally all
70s?
over the shop.
No, not 70s. No. 007.
No, I don't think I was here for that one.
Okay.
But it is difficult because sometimes a lot of categories have acts that are recur, and so you end up kind of interviewing the same people. We've joked sometimes, like, Steve, you always seem to have folklore.
I do.
And there's
and you had them for Tribute Fest as well.
I've interviewed them more times for anything, really.
And there's some that I always seem to end up with when we say, like, maybe just
But isn't that because obviously some of them want mornings or afternoons?
Exactly that. And often I find that there's not many that want mornings because they're all entertainers and they work late.
I disagree with that. Last year I found more people wanting mornings.
I was feeling
really?
I was feeling very lonely
when I was booking them. No, seriously, when I was booking them, more people wanted 10 or 11 o'clock than ever before.
Okay.
And I think it's because more people have got kids. So they obviously wanted to come during school time.
Yeah, get it
you
out
know,
of the way.
or in the afternoon, they were saying that from Los Chris,
nightmare, yeah.
the motorway's more,
true.
So I tried not to take it personally that they didn't want to sit down and talk to me. So I haven't got anyone, but Jen's got 3.
Hashtag choose Steve. Choose Steve.
Well, no, I mean, obviously, Jen, I didn't say they went, I don't want Stevie's crap.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. We said we would.
I'll take it.
I did too.
But I would agree with you, Jen. It gets harder when you're sitting down with somebody for the 3rd, 4th, 5th time to get those questions as fresh as possible and to try and you've got to include, maybe for people who are listening for the first time and don't know who you are, just give us a roundup of the backstory of who you are and how you came to be. And then it's more sort of trying to find out what they've been up to since the last time we spoke, the last awards.
Not a lot, really.
Yeah, I know it's trying, but that's true. That's why it's difficult. So it's trying to keep it fresh in a way that also keeps it entertaining, but also in a way that doesn't have the nominee going, just asking me the same questions
Yeah,
you asked
like
last
I
time.
said all this
You don't want to
before.
repeat yourself, so it is
I
difficult.
think like last year we worked together and we ended up coming up with what was it called? The WhatsApp roulette.
We did have WhatsApp roulette for the St. Patrick's Day, which
was
really...
So things like that. Like I often will take the theme, and I've done this since day dot. Take the theme and ask them a question related to that has nothing to do with entertainment or the teas. Like for example, when it was Marvel theme, it was like, what would be your superpower?
Oh yeah, maybe.
So that's the kind of thing I would do, and like sometimes we work together to come up with kind of a united theme through the interview.
And you put those as separate clips, didn't you? Separate reels.
Yes, we had the TikTok and the reels and the separate videos.
My favourites was Magsy with the Guinness falling out of its arse.
Oh, that was my favourite as well.
That was definitely
coming
the
out
best
of me
one.
like Guinness. He said.
Well, for anybody who doesn't know what WhatsApp roulette is, I mean, obviously that's something we can do again this year. So
why don't we play it now?
It will, yeah. So
oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you want it? I can't.
Oh, that's handy.
We could do. Have you got your phone with you?
Yes.
Go on, entertainment or entertain.
Okay.
WhatsApp. So while you find
you explain what the game is.
WhatsApp roulette. You take your WhatsApp, you hit the search button, and you put a word in, and then you must read out your last message that contains the word.
Oh God. Well, I can tell you exactly what mine would be.
Well, yeah.
Without looking, because obviously it was contacting Dave Michaels about the Tenerife Entertainment Awards. So mine's. There you go. That's what mine was.
Okay, go on, Steve. Have you got?
Yes, and it's thank God it's innocent. Footy Bants.
Footy Bants.
Footy Bants. So
that's you, me, and John. That's our
so it's our football group, and it's...
You're not in on that one, Jen. I don't know if you want to come in on Footy Bants.
Thank you, but no.
Maybe we could set up paper pants for
pants
spray tan.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be in that one.
I'm down with that.
But I can tell you that the last message would have been entertaining first 15 minutes. A reference to a football match.
That wasn't entertainment. That had you just put entertain.
Just entertain was the word I was given. So yeah, entertaining first.
Oh, was it
15
entertain?
minutes.
I thought you said entertainment. Sorry.
Well, it just contained entertain.
If I put entertainment in it, I can tell you that the group, you wouldn't want me to mention anyway. They're on the blacklist.
Oh.
Oh. Mine is from Natalie Stafford, who seems to pop up in this. And it was a message from me to her. Must have been draining, entertaining the drunk lady.
There's got to be a
Which
backstory there. Yeah. What's the story on that?
I don't know if I should say. We were at
You 100%.
You should
have
now.
To say, definitely.
Well, okay. So I went to Diverlandia. My kids were invited to a party at Diverlandia, which is a big soft play in Las Chafiras.
Yep.
I saw her children, messaged her, and was like, "Are you in Diverlandia?" I'm in Diverlandia. So we hadn't gone together. She had gone to meet some friends, some Spanish friends. So anyway, she was with them. And I didn't see her when I was leaving. Message say like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm having such a nightmare." And I was like, "What? Like, do you need me to come back? Are you okay?" And it turns out that this woman had just like collared her. You know, when a drunk person just gets you and they just keep talking at you and at you and you can't leave. It was just that. So one of the mums took their kid to Diverlandia, just got absolutely smashed in the corner, and she just felt like she couldn't leave.
Which is what you do at a kids party, isn't it? You know, I mean, obviously that's what you do.
I don't think that they were at a party though. I think.
Oh right, just a Sunday afternoon sesh at Diverlandia, yeah.
Woohoo! Party on. So yeah, that was mine.
Do you get divs at Diverlandia then? Is that what it's all about?
Sounds like it.
Well, I'm there, so make your minds up. Okay. Do we want to talk about what's your favourite?
Just quickly,
today?
how's Natalie's back taken into account? We spoke about her breaking her back.
Oh yeah,
she's all right. She's getting there.
Good.
I think it's a slow process, isn't it? She still can't drive and stuff. She's still
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she walks around a lot, and but she gets by. She don't moan. She just gets on with it. She's a trooper. Shout out, well done you.
At what point, take into account you asked my process leading up to the teas? What's your process as the host leading up to the teas? How do you prepare for it?
Good question.
Oh, thanks. Right, okay. So, I think I'm probably different to a lot of the hosts.
Well, first
that
of all,
you've
hang
had.
on a second. I know the first year you were absolutely bricking it. How many have you done now?
3.
Has that changed?
Yes. I think the first year I was bricking it, not so much of what I had to do. I was bricking it because I was worried about people's reactions to it being me, being the host.
Okay.
obviously the hosts that you've had have all been very popular on the entertainment scene. They're all quite big personalities.
Well, Nathan Swift,
Kirk
Joe
Reddings.
Ferguson did one. Kurt Reddings, yep, okay.
So they've all been quite big deals. They're all very confident, extroverted in my opinion.
But they've all been radio
people.
based.
They have. So that's the thing. I knew I was capable of the job. I'm a host, and before radio, I was a host anyway. It's not that I was afraid of the stage, which I think some people perhaps didn't realise that, like, before I came to the radio, my job was hosting on the stage, not to such a big stage, but that's what it was. So I wasn't afraid or concerned about that, because I know the kind of person that I am, and I'm a prepper, and I won't go on stage unless I am organised and I know what I'm doing. So my initial worry was how people would react, especially that entertainment world, because I think there was a lot of people that wanted to throw their name in the hat to be the host, because it's quite a big role, and there's a lot of people that would be very capable.
I'll be honest, Jen, I've had a lot of people ask before who are compares here or resident here if they can do it, and I've also had people say, particularly because obviously of what we've done with Comedy Club and after dinner speakers and all the rest of it, saying, why don't you get somebody who's from outside? And the thing is, from getting somebody from outside, I don't want to do it. Yeah. It's the Tenerife Entertainment Awards. I want somebody from here to do it. Yeah. Because to be honest, they don't know who they're introducing on. You bring someone from outside, they don't know who the sponsors are. Yeah. They don't know who the acts are. They don't know who the bar owners are. They haven't got a clue who anyone is. Yeah. Their name is not going to pull any more people into the event, because it's not about that person attracting it. It's about the entertainment scene. So we always made the decision to say the host is going to come from the radio. Yeah. Because it's an Oasis FM event. Yeah. It's an MCAM Media event. Yeah. It's an in-house event, and we're going to keep it in-house. So, and we will continue to do that. So, that's why it was and we also, really, I think one thing that you guys forget is that you're probably more well-known or popular than you're giving yourself credit for. Yeah? Because obviously you're doing the radio every day. You don't always get people coming up to you and going, I was on the radio, I heard you on the radio on this, that, and the other. But, you're a soundtrack to people's lives, as the things say. So that's why it's done. So I think you're doing yourself down a little bit. Maybe. By saying that.
It's a toxic trait of mine, I think. Yeah, it's something I'm working on.
No, seriously, because it's, that's the reason, we wanted to try a female presenter as well. Yeah. And, we went, right, okay, we've got somebody here. And I can't remember, did you put your name forward or not? Or did I ask you? I can't remember. I think I asked you.
I got a feeling you asked. You said, we need another presenter, and because we've had Kurt and all the rest of it, it should be Jenny, because I think it's time for...
Because obviously we had Nathan for a really long time. Yeah. And even after he'd left the island. And I mean, obviously he's my best friend, and as you said, he was quite a unique character. So let's be honest with that. Yeah. But, I think it's been a really successful transition.
Yeah, I think like I said, I was worried about the reaction. The reaction I got positive. After that first one, I never, without blowing my own trumpet, I didn't hear one bad thing.
Jen, you blow it because you should.
I had some really lovely comments, absolutely. And even from the people that wanted the job in the first place.
And I'd like to say as well, you made far more of an effort to look good on stage than Nathan and the others did. Nathan one time was in his shorts, a t-shirt and a pair of Crocs.
Oh my God.
No, in all fairness, he had just come from dressing up
okay. But actually, no, you do bring the glam with you. And, when we started doing TikToks in the last one, which we hadn't done before. Yeah. And there was one TikTok, and it was randomly me pointing at Jen, who was having something done to her hair. Just as
it got the most views.
There was about 100,000 views just on Jen's.
But also as well, I mean, I don't know if you noticed last year we changed the logo.
Yes.
To the black and gold with the star and that kind of thing.
Yeah, because you nicked my gold card that I bought for my
I did, yeah, we did. We used it on the golden buzzer.
On the golden buzzer, that's
which is still sat. But we're going to keep that this year. We're going to keep that branding. We'll still obviously be called the Tees, and we'll still have a theme, but the theme, like the Irish, will fit into that branding. Yeah. Because we wanted to take it up market a little bit. Is that the right way to say it? Yeah. Just wanted to give it more of an identity rather than it being, so much of a change every
and each,
year.
Well, because again, you're talking about planning and you're talking about doing all of these things. So when you theme something, you've then got to come up with a logo for that. And don't get me wrong, the last few that we've had,
that's not a major problem.
No, but I mean that's then got to go on everything, and actually having a one brand identity, I think, is really important.
Especially in the world today when everything's searchable and all the rest of it, then you need it. So yeah, but yeah.
TLK, that's what I threw my hat in the ring for.
That's right.
And then
for the
COVID
karaoke.
happened and it didn't happen. I was just like, I feel like getting back on the stage a little bit.
That's
Can
right.
I put my hat in the ring?
I
And you were like,
remember.
I'll think about it. And then COVID, forgot about it. And then you dropped the bombshell.
Tenerife Loves Karaoke was great fun.
Yeah, I think we should bring that back. Anyway.
Don't tell John, for God's sake.
I told
him.
him.
It was the bane of his life.
I know. He was like, no. Every time, even when I mentioned like doing the Christmas competition, he's like, no, it shuts me down straight away.
And ironically, John loves karaoke.
He certainly does.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video online. Have you seen it, guys?
He's furious. He's fuming about
but
it.
he wasn't furious at the time. He looked like he was having an absolute ball.
But he's been singing
karaoke.
Five Colours in Her Hair for the last...
Since it came out.
Do you know what? I was in the gym this morning. The bloody song came on.
No.
Oh, I thought if I got on Emmerdale Pod, I'll put that on as well, just to remind me of John.
Is that the song that makes you think of John?
It's the only one he
that's
sings.
his song.
Yeah.
That's what was on the Slack Alice.
His go-to.
And I've heard it on numerous Christmas work parties.
Yeah, and he also turned
around
around and said it wasn't his fault, it was requested. Oh, come on.
He got into that role very comfortably and very quickly,
He did,
though, didn't
bouncing
he?
up and down.
Yeah. Right, we should finish off with a what's your favourite? Since we've been talking about the Tenerife Entertainment Awards, boys, and we have now officially dropped the date, 15th of November, I want to know, what's your favourite live performance from the Tees?
It's so difficult.
Can we just clarify? Because all three of us have actually been in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've all performed at the Tees,
Yeah, that's
including me.
Yes.
Steve, you were in Beetlejuice.
That's right.
Jen, you were in the Marvel halftime show.
Yeah, and the one before that as well.
I was in Section You Know It, as part of the Tees Does Cheese, obviously.
You didn't even have a spray tan on for that.
Nobody should have.
I have paper pants on my head, though. So this is other people's performances, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Are you talking opening or are you talking...
It can include opening and live performances, like interval performances, anything performed on the Tees stage.
Steve, you can go first on this. I need time to think about this.
I was sort of thinking about it, and there's such a even though I've only been involved since 2021, so I haven't got as much history as you guys in terms of.
Let's put it in context just for a second. There's normally about 45 people involved in the live performance. When you take into account, obviously, we do have the dance schools and the opening show and the halftime show and the nominee performances. And so far, we've done 18. Let's say 17, because the first one only had the categories.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that means that there's something like, 20 times 50 would be 1,000 performers. You're talking like, 600, 700 people involved on stage for the Tees over the years.
Yeah.
So, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think one of the ones. I think one of the ones that stands out for me was last year's, and I think it's because not only was the song sung beautifully, the dancing was incredible. The message behind it was also really important. Nothing Compares to You.
Okay.
Last year, Emma Blacker and the girls, and the messages behind it. That
for all the mental health.
Yeah, I
messages.
was moved by that in quite a considerable way, because the message that the song gives, but also the messages that were behind it, so important for anybody's mental health. And I just felt it was important, but it was also meaningful and beautiful.
But for completely different reasons, if you're mentioning Emma Blacker, what about her husband, Paul?
It's got to be a very close second. Stavros Flatley was
I was thinking, what do you
funniest
mean?
the funniest thing I've ever seen. So well put together, because he'd really made the effort and gone with as if you remember Stavros Flatley, he had a Greek tattoo. He had a Tenerife tattoo.
Yeah.
Then he came on stage with Jackson, who was the smaller version.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, an even smaller version
It was
of
like
them.
a Russian doll thing,
was.
wasn't it?
It was Harris.
Harris came on, and the three of them together blew it away, and I've never laughed so much
I tell
in
you
my
what,
life.
that actual moment, I stood there and went, do you know what? This was the closest thing that reminded me having Nathan involved.
Right.
Because we used to get Nathan. I mean, Nathan was drinks a lot, sword fighting with the knights. We had him dressed up as the only guy in the village. We had him dressed up as Superman. We had him dressed up as a lemur out of Madagascar.
Oh my God.
All sorts of things. All sorts of things. Even doing cheerleading with the Tenerife cheerleaders, yeah? And so, obviously, when that was put together, and Paul was a little bit unsure at first, and when it happened, it just brought
the reaction was exceptional.
So I mean that was a really fun moment. I know that me and John always talk. John's our sales manager, by the way, for anyone watching in the office. Me and John always talk about the Tibu opening in 2011. It was the first time we were at the castle, which was a big move because obviously it had always been in town before, but the venue closed, Exit Palace closed. So we had Tibu nightclub. And we did an opening with all their dancers, based around house music, the house that Jack built. And it was probably the first time we put together a big produced show. That was actually the first year we had Tenerife Loves Karaoke as well. Paula Dawson won it. She wasn't on the scene. And she won it and sang at the event as well. She sang David
Kelly
Guetta.
Rowland.
Yeah.
I remember talking to her about it because you told her she was singing that and she was like, it's a bit high. And you were like,
well, it had to be because it had to fit in with the theme.
Yeah.
You know, in the same way as when we did the James Bond one, there was a girl called Becky and she was like, well, what do I do? I was like, you're doing Skyfall.
Yeah.
But, you know, because obviously we wanted to set the scene and all the rest of it. So that was a really standout moment for me because it was the first time we did a big intro show. And obviously that then led on to all the other years or all the ones previously. And when you think about it, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still feel like you've only just gone to the castle? Do you still feel like it's a fairly new move?
No, not really. I mean, I've worked with, Raoul, who owns the castle, also owned Exit Palace.
Ah, okay.
And I did my first event with him in, the teas would have been 2007, but I think 2001 was the first time. I mean, I've been doing events with them for 25 years. Wow. So the castle's like a second home, really. You know, it's something that I enjoy going to.
So, what's your favourite? You have to pick. Is it that one?
I'll have to think about it. You.
Okay, I would say, but the thing is, I thought of this question and then I thought, what am I doing to myself? Because actually, since I've been part of this, is only because I've never really, and I feel like you may be the same, Steve. I never really get to sit and watch the teas as a show. So since I started, I began just backstage, like running to the front to make sure the acts and stuff were. So I was never really out there to enjoy the show. Doing the backstage interviews, it was like you say, you only dart out to grab the winner and then you go back. So a lot of the shows I haven't really seen and witnessed. So I was like, what am I doing? You did mention earlier the circus opening. Yep. That I think stands out for me, and with Kirk being part of it and the aerialists and all of that, I feel
that was the first time we used aerialists ourselves. We had one at Exit Palace when we did Pink Floyd, but that was the first time we did it ourselves.
Right, that to me was a standout moment. And then I only saw this as a rehearsal, so I don't even know if I can count it, but I was there for the rehearsal day. And Katie J with her Wizard of Oz performance,
she's done a couple that have been brilliant.
And again, we mentioned her, didn't we? Because when we were talking about the posters, she's such a creative person, like from costumes to it's someone that you can really tell she puts the effort in. So that was one, even though I didn't see the actual performance on the day from the dress run and stuff, that was one that stood out.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back to nominees, and I've got two that I'm going to mention. And you mentioned the soundcheck day or the warm-up day, yeah? And I think I mentioned this actually to you the other day. Simon Roberts came in because Midnight Riders, him and Ollie were nominated. And it was when the Disturbed, Sound of Silence, was out.
Great tune, yeah.
And Ollie decided they were singing that. And Simon didn't know the words and he had them written down on a piece of paper. So when they came to the soundcheck on the Saturday, he was reading the words off a piece of paper, you know? And then on Sunday,
Did you have to say you can't do that, or like?
No, he knew, but he had it nailed, and by Sunday he absolutely nailed it. But I think probably my favourite live performance was by two guys who always say they're anti-tease, and it was 2014, and they won best band or duo, whatever it was called at the time, best group, and it was T2K, because it was a brilliant performance, and I was worried the stage was going to collapse because there must have been about 300 people.
Oh wow!
They just went, everyone get on stage, and obviously because they said it, everyone did it. And they don't just stand there. Obviously, everyone was copying the dance moves, jumping up and down, and all the rest of it. And I would probably say that, I tell you what, Jack Bennett last year probably had a similar sort of atmosphere with his live performance.
That was going to be another one of mine that popped
because
into
obviously
my head.
some people are, I mean, Spencer Robson, when he sang, he did The Male Singer and nobody knew who he was, and he just destroyed it, brought the house down with opera and all the rest of it. You know, it's a really hard one because there's been so many diverse performances, but I think as a fun thing, T2K were brilliant on the day. So
that
I'll
was
say
the year
that
I think I caused a bit of drama with T2K that year.
Oh, so
I always worry that they.
Why?
So again, it was my first year. I wasn't even properly working for Oasis at the time, but I'd come down. I was still
crashed.
I was still working at the Holiday Village, but I was doing like work. I wanted a job on the radio, and like I was sort of being involved in some way. Anyway, so I had a clipboard, and my job was to make sure the acts that were performing were backstage. That was my job. But I arrived on the island a few months before. I was living in Los Gigantes. I never knew the entertainment scene. So anyway, I'm stood there. I'd come out, and I was just taking a moment to enjoy like what was going on, because again, didn't really know what the tease was. And someone stood next to me, went, "When are we on, love?" And I went, "Sorry, who are you?" I didn't mean any offence, and they didn't take any offence.
Yeah,
but
sure.
there were some people around them that were like laughing, like, "Oh, she don't even know who you are." And then I think something got written in the Canarian Weekly about that moment, and then
That would have been Jamie Drew, probably.
Yeah, it was. I didn't want to say, but it was. And then making out that they had been like, how like she doesn't even know who I was.
Oh, really?
And all it literally was like, "Sorry, who are you?" Because I didn't know. But yeah, so I always feel like maybe it's my fault that they don't perform at the because there was like a bit of drama that happened afterwards.
Trust me, it's not. It's
I
nothing
can
related to that.
finally sleep at night. I've let it out. I've admitted my truth.
That was a nominee interview that was very entertaining last year as well, when we had the boys in.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was quite
really
funny because obviously
You
Stuart
were-
and Corey have been mates for a long time, and at the time Corey's son was involved in the Amazon.
That's right, and he was on
the Amazon
TV,
program, and so he really wanted to come on, and Stuart went, "I'll only do it if you interview us." So I went, "All right," because he thought I'd say no. I was like, "Really?
Call your
really,
bluff.
Stuart?
Yeah, call your bluff.
Come on, mate. How long have you known me?"
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
then you had to partake in shots.
yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't. That's probably what's made me give up drinking, to be honest.
It wasn't long after that.
Yeah.
It wasn't long after the tea.
It was 3:30 in the afternoon, and there was whiskey and sambuca. Was it sambuca shots?
Oh,
at
I'm glad
3:30
you
in the
took that
afternoon?
for the team, Chris. Well done, well done.
Oh, the boys.
On that note, let's leave it there. Thank you for listening to the. I was about to say the Entertainment Uncovered pod. Then it was
Oh, a little
the Tenerife
flashback.
Pod. Sponsored by BGI Solutions. We'll see you on the next one.